to the movies. It is a cold day, the big coat is out, the big headphones come, earmuffs are out for the same reason, but it doesn't matter about the weather, does it? Because I am off to see Wicked. I am very excited for this film, which is weird because I've never seen the musical, and yet I'm excited for this film. I like a movie musical, so there is that, but I've kind of bought into the hype about it. I won't lie, there's been a lot of marketing everywhere, lots of collaborations with companies like Lush, and yeah, I'm just excited to see it. I want to see if it's as good as the hype has led us to believe. So that is how I'm spending my Friday afternoon. I won't go and see it Friday afternoon because, one, I didn't book tickets until this week, so I knew that it was going to be very busy tonight. But also I thought, maybe if I go a bit earlier, there won't be anyone singing. There is a sing-along version coming out near Christmas, but guaranteed that you're going to have some people singing the song, won't you? So hopefully I'll avoid that as well. But enough talk. What do I think about Wicked? I'll let you know after this. So it's the morning after the night before, and I've now seen Wicked, and it's windy as you can tell, and I've let it percolate in my head, and I've done a quick review on TikTok, which has been on some socials, but I wanted to give you my proper review here, as is tradition. And man, I mean, I loved Wicked. I thought it was a really, really great film. I was completely shocked with how much I liked it, to be honest. And I was just thinking about what to say. And I was thinking about how I felt at the end of the film. And it was quite a packed screening, even though it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was obviously day one, so it was quite busy. But you could just hear the joy in people at the end of it. And I could hear people crying, I could hear people laughing. And I don't know whether I've said this before on here, but I'm going to say it again anyway. And that is, like, I'm not religious. I've been to church, so I know what that's like. But I'm not a religious person. But when you get a cinema experience like I had yesterday watching Wicked, that is the kind of euphoric feeling that I feel that people get from church. The cinema is my church. That's how I feel about cinema. It's probably why I go so often, and why I'm such an advocate for it, because to me it is just a special place where a collection of people can come together. And whilst I don't think Wicked is the best film that I've seen this year, from a film standpoint, it's probably the best cinema experience by far that I've had this year. And that is sometimes what you need. So look, as I said in my talk before I went to see it, I'm not familiar with the musical, I haven't read the book. My wife had read the book, my wife had seen the musical. She was a fan of the book and not the musical. But I kind of went into this blind. I didn't really know the songs. I still don't really know the songs. I've only watched it once. But I am going to go and listen to the original cast recording to get an idea of what that sounds like in comparison to the film versions. But the film, I just really enjoyed. I just really thought it was fun. I enjoyed the story. I thought the performances were really good. I mean, Cynthia Erivo is just spellbinding, and I'm not, the pun not intended, but she is, like, the way that she like just does things with her expression. I can't really explain it more than that, but she's just got a way of emoting by doing very little but making it mean so much. I was absolutely captivated by her Elphaba. And Ariana Grande, who I'm not really familiar with, if I'm completely honest. I know of her, but you know, she was really good as Glinda. She was funny. I liked her acting. Her singing is obviously on point. Oh, the singing throughout the film is amazing. Like, you know, sometimes you get a Les Mis, which I really like Les Mis, but you know, you've got like a Russell Crowe in there. It doesn't quite work. But with this, no complaints. Everyone was singing on point. And I love Jeff Goldblum. So Jeff Goldblum in this was exactly what I wanted from this film. I know some people are a bit like fed up with his shtick. I think he was perfect as the wizard. But I can imagine that this is a film that is going to be for fans of the play, of the musical, which is obviously what they're going for, but also for people that aren't familiar with that and just want to watch a film about the story. I think it's enjoyable for everybody. You know, as I went into it without any kind of real expectation or anything like that, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I've had a couple of people reach out to me who said the same thing that saw it. Just they really enjoyed it, and one who, like me, hadn't seen the musical, so just went in to see it as a film. You know, sometimes you need something like The Greatest Showman. It's something that like just pleases an entire audience. And I think this is it. This is going to make so much money, and I'm here for it. And I only wish I didn't have to wait a year for part 2. I can understand exactly why they've done it, but man, I want to I want to see that right now. And you know, as a theme park fan, if this film does what I think it's going to do and make a load of money opening weekend, which we'll find out in a few days, if it does, and if Universal do not use that as a reason to announce they're getting rid of Marvel Superhero Island and Toon Lagoon at their theme park and replace it with the World of Oz, they're idiots. That's exactly what they should be doing. This film is going to have a legacy. This is not going to be just something that gets forgotten about. It's going to have legs. It's going to be enjoyed for years. In the same way that The Wizard of Oz was a generational film, I think this truly could well be that. It's a solid 9 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm already making plans to go back and see it again, which I talk about often but don't often follow through with, but this I want to see again on the big screen. I loved it. I hope you give it a chance, even if you're not a fan of musicals, even if you're not a fan of the actual musical itself. I think the film may give you a better experience. I don't know, but I'm just saying it did for me, and I really hope that it finds, you know, people to enjoy it in the same way that I did. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, listening, and as always, remember that Flynn lives.